Coming up on episode 5 of 8 Days of Dosage.
You can charge them for it. They still getting the knowledge, they just gotta pay for it. How bad do you want it, sweetheart? How bad do you want it? You gonna pay for it? You gonna pay for it? Because that's the only way you're gonna get it. Keep your money spread out. My bank account, with one bank, I have 3 accounts technically under them. Then do it. Admit that. Okay, because there's some people out here who can't for the life of them to get themselves together, admit when they're wrong, or admit that it's them that's holding them back. Or and I was gonna take on another physical job, clock in job. That's 7. Who do I think I am? A boss. Cause I gotta take care of me. If ain't nobody else gonna take care of me, I'm gonna take care of me, okay? And if me being down ain't taught me nothing, it's that people have to take care of themselves first. You can't run to them when you're short all the time.
I just catch you having fun.
So we got 8 days of dosage from December 20th to December 28th, my 22nd birthday. Are you ready? I'm ready. Join the trap house.
Hey guys, it's your girl T-Lex Dosage, aka T the Trapper, aka the Entrepreneur, and I am back with another video. If you're new here, hey, welcome. If you're not new here, hey, welcome back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to become a part of the trap house. I'm gonna make this quick, short, to the point. Disclaimer, these are not the only things and ways of adulting, okay? Also, I am not a specialist in any of these fields. I'm only a specialist in these fields for myself. I'm not telling you exactly what to do. I'm not saying that you have to do it exactly how I do it. I'm saying that you can take these things and put it into your own perspective and do what works for you, essentially, okay? If you don't believe in what I'm saying, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's totally fine. Keep it cute in the comments, okay? We can talk, we can chat, but keep it cute, keep it nice, okay? It doesn't have to be a hate train just because you don't agree with someone.
10 tips of adulting.
Okay, number 1, the 50-30-20 rule. So if you have not heard of the 50-30-20 rule, that is basically a breakdown that you can do of your income to decipher between your wants, needs, expenses, etc., savings. So it's basically, you could say wants, needs, and savings. Wants would be something like shopping. Okay, need, rent. Okay, you gotta pay rent every month. Savings. Okay, you want to save $50 this month. Okay, that's a saving. 50-30-20, you could put each of those things, those 3 things I've named for y'all, will go into one of those 3 categories each. So wants, going shopping at Shein. Needs, paying your rent. Saving $50. The 50-30-20 rule, you could say that you're using 50% for your needs. So 50% of $100, if your paycheck was $100, you would be using 50% of that $100 for your needs. So $50 will go towards your needs. 30%, you could say that you're going to use that 30% for your wants. So $30 of that $100 will go towards shopping at Shein. Okay, you can say that 20% will go towards your savings. So $20 of the $100 will go into your savings. So it's that simple, 50-30-20. You just use that breakdown for your income, and it'll be different for everyone. And you can also switch the percentages for each group out. Basically, you can label each group for whatever you want it for. If you don't want to do wants, needs, savings, if it's something else that's important that you want to apply that method to, then you can do that, okay? Like I said, it's not set in stone for everyone. You do what needs to be done for you, okay? Okay? It's different for everybody, okay? Period. Say you don't have bills. Say you're a teenager, you're working, and you're watching this video to prepare yourself to become an adult and to begin adulting. You don't have bills right now. All you have is your income, your wants, and you should be saving. I'm gonna say that, you should be saving. Everyone should save. Like, everyone should be saving. I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna stick beside it. Everyone should be saving, period. So, if you're a teenager and you have income coming in and you have no bills, like nada. And when I say nada, I mean the lowest of bills, like you ain't paying rent, car payment, like all that, like everything, like groceries, like you're not fully independent. Even if you do have bills, you probably only have like a couple $100s worth. You might be paying your car payment, you might be paying your car insurance. Even if you're paying $500 a month, that's nothing compared. I'm not saying that's not nothing, because it's something, but compared to actual adulting, people are spending like $2,000 plus a month on expenses. So if you only have one bill as your responsibility, kudos to you. I sure miss them days. Also, if there are any of these 10 tips that you all feel like you want me to touch on even deeper and give like a more strict, like maybe even deep into how I do certain things, which I'm not as organized as I should be, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So if you want to know like how I maneuver with any of these 10 tips specifically, just comment that down below. Okay? Okay, so the next one, try to speed it up. So number 2, this is for my car owners, drivers, all that. Keep a half a tank of gas at all times, like all times. So one thing, I've had my car since April 30th, 2020. And I can probably count on one hand how many times my gas needle has been below a half a tank. I can probably count. Now, if I'm stretching that part, I can say for sure, I can count on one hand how many times my gas needle has been towards, like close to the E level, okay? That is just a good method to practice, because if I don't have nothing else, I'm always make sure I got gas in my car. Like, you never, like, your car is your everything. That's how you get from point A to point B. If you work, that's how you get to your job to make the money that you need to be making. Okay, your car is how you get to these festivities. The car is the center of everything, okay? I say you should get you a car before you get you an apartment. Because how are you gonna be getting, if you're not in a city that you don't really need a car, like everything's in walking distance, kinda, like New York, like big cities like that, like cities where it's like really compact with cars, and it's like not even kind of essential to have one. That's the only idea, well, the only reference I would say you don't need a car first. But if you in like these country southern cities, or not even saying country southern, but cities where everything is spaced out, it's land, I say a car should be your first priority over an apartment. That should be second. Ding. What I was getting at is a car is your bread and butter. It's your bread and butter. Okay, so always keep a half a tank of gas. Now I learned that from my grandmother, because my mom and my daddy sure didn't practice that. But my grandma, from when I was little, I can probably count on one hand in my 21 years of living the amount of times I've seen my grandma's car close to E. I don't even think I've ever seen her car close to E. And that's something that stuck with me, because say it's 3 o'clock and say you get off work at 5 p.m. It ain't even dark yet, but you tired and you need gas. You close to E. You got 5 miles left. And you're like, you know what? I'll get it tomorrow before I go to work. You go home, you go to sleep, you get up the next morning. Well, you go home, you go to sleep, you get a phone call at 3 in the morning, something bad just happened. And your first thought, you get up, you throw on some clothes, and you leave. You gotta scramble to go find somewhere to get gas. It's dark outside, and you're driving around with only 5 miles left in your tank, looking for a gas station that's open. And say it's just the sheets, because we have sheets down here and like spread out all over. I don't know what y'all got that may be a 24-hour gas station, but say you live like 10 miles from it, from the only gas station that's open. Meanwhile, you were expecting to go get gas, say 10 o'clock the next morning. All the gas stations were gonna be open, and the one closest to you that's only like a mile or less away, that was where you planned on going the next morning. But you see, that one is closed 3 o'clock in the morning though. You see the way the tables turned? It's just something to always be prepared about. Like, I don't even, like I said, I don't even let it get to E. I don't even let it get past the half a tank. If you don't have anything else and you out here making money but you spending it poorly, if there ain't nothing else you need to be prioritizing, it should be your gas, food, and shelter. Number 3, keep your money spread out. So this is something I do. Anytime I come into some money, well, every time I get paid, I take about $20 on my account, $20 cash, because I'm not a cash type of girl. I don't carry cash on me. I don't spend cash. I just be swiping my card, and maybe that's something I should get into doing, just so that I can really limit how much I'm spending, because this amount on my card, I know I can just swipe. If I only come into the store with $50, and leave my cards in the car, then baby, you only gonna be spending $50 or less. Keep your money spread out. My bank account, with one bank, I have 3 accounts technically under them. Checking account, Cash Points Global, and a savings account. So that's 3 places I can spread my money out to. And then if you keep cash somewhere, say keep it in your car, your house, somebody else's house, in the backyard, in the dog's crib, you keep cash somewhere, okay? That's another one. Okay, you got some more hiding spots. That's another one. Okay, you keeping money on your Apple Pay, your Cash App cards, you keep money on da-da-da-da. Boom, your money's spread out in 10 places. So you know what that means? When you run out of money here, 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 and here, you still got 5 other places, okay? And then also, when you run out of money here, 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 and here, you looking at yourself like, damn, I'm broke. I need to run it up. You forgetting that you got money in these 5 places too. And even though you know in the back of your head, you know that you should have money in 10 places. So when you see this right here depleting, you're gonna be working and trying to get it back up so that you can eventually have money in 10 places again, versus if you only have money in 5 places, and then you got all that money out in 5 places gone, you literally have nothing. So the more you have your money spread out, the harder it is to go broke. Period. Especially if you're a hustler. Period. Okay? Keep your money spread out because it's a very good saving tactic, and it helps you hold on to money more. So every time you get paid, spread your money out. Send some here, 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 and here. Okay? Take some cash out the bank, put it in your stash, and boom, baby, you save it. And I promise you, you're not gonna miss that cash you take out your bank account. You're not gonna miss it. Number 4, have multiple sources of income. This one kind of falls along with number 3, but have multiple sources of income. Okay? If the panorama didn't teach you anything else, it should have taught you to have multiple sources of income. Okay? Because baby, depending on one place to cut your check, ain't gonna cut it. Okay? Spread yourself out. Okay? If you gotta work 2 jobs, baby, that's what I'm doing. 3 jobs, baby, that's what I was gonna do. Technically, I'm doing that, okay? I'm trying to get my business back up and running. I'm getting my business back up and running right now. I'm doing YouTube. I work at my retail job. I'm finna start my other job. And I do DoorDash. That's 5 jobs, okay? And keep in mind, I actually got 2 businesses that I'm trying to get back up and running. Well, 2 businesses that I'm getting back up and running that were already started. So really, that's 6. And I was gonna take on another physical job, clock in job. That's 7. Who do I think I am? A boss, because I gotta take care of me. If ain't nobody else gonna take care of me, I'm gonna take care of me, okay? And if me being down ain't taught me nothing, it's that people have to take care of themselves first. You can't run to them when you're short all the time, because if they weight is short too, they gotta be able to support themselves before they can support you. And sometimes they gonna have to tell you no. That's what being broke and low taught me. That's what struggling taught me, okay? Get yourself together so that you can pull your own weight. And this ain't about me saying that the next person is selfish. This is me giving a very serious life lesson. If they are down to their last $50 and you're down to your last $50 and you're coming to them asking them for help, and they know that $50 has to go towards their rent, some people will give it to you still. But at the end of the day, why would you want them to give you their $50 that they worked hard for, that they need for their rent to keep their apartment or to keep their home, when you could have just did what you were supposed to do and pulled your own weight for yourself? And this is speaking from the person who was being lazy and just felt like they could lean on the next person for help. Meanwhile, that next person actually needs their money for themselves. This ain't about me saying, oh, the next person is selfish, they ain't gonna do for you. Even though that's true to a certain extent, because there are some people like that. But at the end of the day, you can't call them selfish for having to do for themselves. You gotta be able to pull your weight for yourself, baby. So if being down and low ain't taught me anything else, it's taught me this. And this goes for the next person being selfish, and this goes for the next person really just needing their own stuff for themselves. And that is, if ain't nobody else gonna have you, you gotta have you. If that ain't no real shit, If that ain't no real shit, I need y'all to drop me some emojis in the comments. Drop some fire emojis in the comments, because I know that was just a gem. Have multiple sources of income. If you gotta work 2 jobs, so be it. Pick up a side hustle, okay? Hair, nails, makeup, sell products, okay? Services, e-commerce. Believe me, I'm not going for I am talentless. No one is gonna sit here and tell me that they are talentless, or that there is nothing that they know how to do that they can monetize. There is something that you're capable of doing that you can monetize to create a second income. Like, you can't have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 incomes. At least have 2. You work in one job, get another one. Sweetie, if you want to be a stripper, go be a stripper. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself, y'all. If you want to be a stripper, go be a stripper. Period. Number 6, build your credit. Build your credit. If you are one of those with minimal to no bills, baby, get your credit card. And I'm gonna say this, excuse me, and I'm gonna say this once and for all. If you're one of those ones that are irresponsible, don't get a credit card. Don't get a credit card. Don't put nothing in your name if you're irresponsible. But if you're one of those ones who are responsible, who are gonna make sure that they don't exceed the 30% usage limit on their credit card, or if they do, they know that they're gonna pay it back before it will reflect on their credit, then maybe go get you a credit card. Do something. Build credit. Credit is important. Okay, you can pay in cash. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with paying in cash. But every now and then you need to dibble and dabble into credit, because you're gonna need it. Okay? Not all apartments and homes will require a credit check, but majority of them will. Okay? Majority of them will. And it's essential that you have it together when they do. Okay, when you go buy a car, they're gonna ask for that. Like I said though, if y'all want me to go into depth on the specifics of any of these 10 tips, comment down below and tell me. Period. Number 7, when you come into extra cash, pay up your bills. Okay, this is something that I've always done since I got my first job at the age of 18. Anytime I came, and since I got my first refund checks when I got into college each semester, I always paid up any extra bills that I may have been behind in, or maybe I wasn't behind in it, but the bill was still apparent, was still in that moment and stuff. I paid it up. Anytime I come into massive extra amounts of money, I don't dream about, oh, I got $1,000 coming in. I'm gonna spend it on Uggs, Telfeezys, Jordans, food. I'm gonna go to the club. Like, I don't need club. I'm speaking to whoever's watching this video. So if any of these things apply to you, I'm speaking to you. I don't dream about what I'm gonna spend my money on before I get it. When I get it, when I get it and it gets spent, it's gonna get spent on whatever it gets spent on. There's no planning in my head. The only planning going on in my head is for the responsible aspects of things that I can do when I get that money in my hand. What bills am I gonna pay up? What bills am I behind in? What bills am I gonna pay up to date? What bills am I gonna pay up ahead of date? Okay? So you come into an extra $1,000, pay up your phone bill, because when you pay your phone bill every month and you went on one of them contract plans, only a portion of that $100, $200 that you paying every month, only like $30, $50 of that is going towards the actual cost of your phone. The other is going towards the usage and blah 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 blah. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, you come into the extra $1,000, you can put a couple hundreds, a couple 50s or something towards paying up the actual cost of your cell phone. Boom, you just knocked down some time off that. Okay, your rent is something that's gonna be reoccurring. Every month you're gonna have to pay rent like clockwork. Put some to the side for rent. Put some into your savings. Take some cash, put it into a safe place, and boom, you got extra security. You ain't even gonna worry about that. I ain't saying don't spend your money. You can spend your money. Buy them Uggs, buy them Telfeezys, go to the club, go to the mall. do the dash, do whatever you want, but be responsible with it, okay? Don't just do recreational stuff. Be responsible too. Handle your adult abilities, because how often do you really come into extra lump sums amount of cash as an adult when you're working constantly, 9 to 5s, side jobs, multiple jobs? How often do you come across them big old refund checks or loans or tax returns? And all you want to do is do recreational stuff with it? And then 2-3 months later or a month later, you back hurting again? When you could have prepared yourself for that moment ahead of time to not be hurting, but to already have it done. Number 8, allow yourself to be aware of your bad habit. I'm not gonna go too into depth. I'm just gonna read out what I typed, because if I try to be specific, I'm gonna be sitting here rambling or trying to think on camera, and that's just gonna run up my time. So number 8, allow yourself to be aware of your bad habits. Influx of shopping, bad health habits, that no good nigga, cough, cough. These are all things that break you down mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, in which it'll reflect on your livelihood poorly. With awareness, you'll one day get tired of putting yourself in the same bad position, and you'll then get your shit together. So with that said, like I said, this is the 10 tips of adulting. All of these things are widespread categories, but they all can go back to adulting and being an adult and things that you just may go through. Life be lifing. I've been out here getting my ass beat, baby, but it's life though. We got no choice but to suck that shit up and keep going. Because if we don't got us, who got us? Okay, and if we have the ability, if we are that, like, if we are at the point in our lives where we don't mind admitting what it is that we're doing that's hurting us, holding us back, then do it. Admit that. Okay, because there's some people out here who can't for the life of them to get themselves together, admit when they're wrong, or admit that it's them that's holding them back, or admit that constantly messing with that toxic relationship is taken away from them. They can't seem to walk away, and when they do, they go right back. There are people out here who are smoking up and drinking up all their money, but struggling paycheck to paycheck. There are people out here who are gambling away their money and struggling paycheck to paycheck. There are people out here who don't want to go to work, but they're crying because they can't pay their bills. Y'all, the common factor in all of those scenarios I just gave y'all is you first being able to admit what it is. And what it is that toxic relationship is breaking you down. You need to stop going back. You need to stop spending all your money on smoking and drinking and put it towards your bills. You need to stop gambling and put that money towards your bills. You need to stop sitting on your ass and being lazy. Go to work so that you can pay your bills. Okay? You see what I did there? All 4 of those scenarios. It takes the person admitting what it is in each of those scenarios in order for the problem to get solved. But you know what else is deeper than that? Even though they know what the problem is, it's still gonna take some more fuck ups for them to really want to stop and get themselves together. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, they know that they're bringing it on themselves. Because eventually, like I said, eventually you'll get tired of putting yourself in the same bad situations, and you'll get your shit together. Sometimes, like you can beat that person up however much you want. You can talk down on that person however much you want, and it's like, okay, you can literally talk down on them because it's like, bitch, get your shit together. But then in the same sense, it's like you can talk down on them so much, and you can spill so much knowledge into them so much, but at the end of the day, they're gonna have to fuck up a few more times before they get it right. And that ain't no one else's job to constantly put that in them. It's a them thing. We can tell you what to do so many times. We can do whatever so many times, but guess what, baby? Until they're ready to get it together, it's not gonna be got together. You gonna be sitting on the sidelines waiting for them to get themselves together, crying, or just wishing? How many times have you put somebody who was in a bad situation in a good one and they still got themselves back in there? And it's not like, and I'm not saying it like they're doing, like, the person who's constantly fucking up is maybe doing this like on purpose, or like they just really don't give a fuck. Sometimes you don't know what to do. Sometimes it takes error for you to figure out certain things and eventually get it right. Sometimes it takes like I said, some things in life you're gonna go about things a certain way, and you're not gonna know that it was the wrong way. You might have thought it was right, but it was wrong. And it took you doing that in order for you to realize that it was wrong. So sometimes you're gonna fuck up without trying to fuck up. But as long as you learn from it, it's okay. You learn from it. But what I'm saying is, you can't make anybody do anything. And even if they are aware, and even if you are making them aware, and even if you're constantly in their ear, for them to get it right, they have to make that decision within themselves. You can't make that decision for them. Number 9, save. Unexpectancies come out of nowhere. You have to be prepared. Ain't nothing wrong with saving. And it's like, people be saying, I make this money, I can spend it. Nobody's telling you not to spend it. Nobody's telling you not to spend your money that you're making. What we're telling you is prepare. The money's gonna get spent. The money that you're saving is gonna get spent. It's just gonna get spent on unexpectancies. When life be lifing, but you prepared, you got that savings. Yeah, I'm gonna cry about spending that $1,000 savings on a $1,000 bill that was unexpected. But guess what? Would I rather cry about paying it with the $1,000 that I had saved for unexpected bills? Or would I rather be crying about not having the $1,000 to pay that unexpected bill? I'll wait. Comment down below and tell me what you're gonna do. Tell me what you rather do. Would you rather cry on a Honda or a Rolls Royce? I'm gonna close my window, y'all. I mean, seriously, save. It's that simple. I done already gave y'all some good tips and stuff for and saving hacks up at the top of the 10 tips of adulting list. So get to it. Do more research on saving, okay? There's so many different hacks and tips out there outside of the ones I gave y'all. So many, like an abundance. Go research. Do whichever one is best for you. Okay, I'll drop some right now. Saving every $1 bill you come in contact with. Or saving every $5 bill you come in contact with. Saving every 10, 15, not 15. Saving every 10, 20, 50, $100 bill you come in contact with. Saving every quarter, all the change you come in contact with. Like, that's saving right there. At the end of the day, that's gonna add up to something one day. And boom. Like, some people literally do this. They save their $5 bills from January 1st all the way till December 31st. Okay, it's something that they don't miss. They forget all about it. And then they go cash that in, and they got $1,000, $500, $5,000. You see how smart that is? They probably use that money on Christmas. Okay, y'all, so number 10, and this was real deep. I literally came up with all these tips myself. Like, I literally sat and typed all this out. I had it in my notes on my main phone, but I'm filming on my main phone, so I copied and pasted it and sent it to myself. Yeah, on my backup phone. Yeah, so number 10, be a blessing to others so that others can be a blessing to you. Don't be afraid to give, because that's when you'll receive abundantly. Aww, who came up with that? I did. I came up with that. Your girl won't speak in nothing but facts, okay? You gotta give to receive. You gotta give to receive. Ain't nobody just coming out here handing stuff to you. And it ain't even as deep as people just handing stuff to you, or you just handing stuff to people. It's just, it's a spiritual thing. It's a religious thing. It's a God thing. God blesses those who bless others. Don't you want to be blessed? So bless others. Okay? Is that the word they use? Gatekeeping? Ain't no gatekeeping over here, okay? It's so much out here in this world going on. Why would you not want to lend a helping hand? It don't gotta be through finances. You can do it through knowledge, okay? You know something that'll help someone. And like, not saying that you have to just hand over like all the information that you worked hard for to the next person. I'm not saying that, because like, baby, we want you to put some work in too, okay? You don't just come over here and get what we got that took us 10 years to get in 10 minutes. No, you gotta put in some work too. You gotta get your hands and feet dirty too. But what I'm saying is, in another sense, you don't gotta just hand that information over to the next person for free. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. You can charge them for it. They still getting the knowledge, they just gotta pay for it. How bad do you want it, sweetheart? How bad do you want it? You gonna pay for it? You gonna pay for it? Because that's the only way you're gonna get it. That's the only way you're gonna get it. Period.
Did I just catch you having fun?
So we got 8 days of dosage from December 20th to December 28th, my 22nd birthday. Are you ready? I'm ready. Join the trap house.